Alright, so I got a pretty interesting slow motion deadlift video for you guys today. Is a slow motion of my first 3 sets, or my first rep of my 3 sets of a deadlift. And I don't know exactly what I'm trying to find, but I'm trying to find ways to improve my technique. Just the first repetition of these 3x3s with the 315. Very light, 60% of my 1 RM. Just trying to get different viewpoints. Here's a slow motion. There's not really much to see because the weight is so light and my hips extend relatively quickly. I'm actually pulling it fairly slow, trying to really make sure my technique is solid. And then when I go into my heavy sets, I can elaborate a little bit more and maybe catch something. So, and on this set I actually do a touch and go, and I say, what the hell, might as well do some sort of, get a different kind of stimulus. And surprisingly, this is freaking super light. I remember doing a CrossFit workout that required a 315 deadlift, and that shit was heavy. This was nothing. It's kind of cool how much stronger I've gotten over the last 8 months. Alright, so here we go. Here's a heavy set. And what I'm doing here actually is I'm actually testing the flex. If you saw this video with, what's his name? Eric Lillibridge, he was doing some deadlifts with 800 pounds, and even with 500 pounds, he was testing the flex in the bar. And I remember learning this from Dan Green's seminar about testing the flex, because I'm trying to get a feel for it, and this is actually surprisingly harder than it looks. Because with my deadlift technique, I actually use more of my back. So watch as I think this is what am I doing here? I can't remember. Testing the flex. Okay, so actually what I'm doing is I'm actually just repeating it in slow motion here. I don't know if there's anything else to see. I mean, I do pitch forward a little bit, and actually what I'm doing is I'm actually replaying the first part of the lift, hoping to see something, and my knees extends, my hip extends, and I like my hips to go lower because that allows me to use more of my quads. I'm starting to wonder if I should start at a higher position. Anyways, here's a 445. And again, I'm testing the flex on the bar, trying to figure out, what's going to be the right position for me, and just, again, refining my technique, getting my core activated, and just trying to figure this out. 445 comes up really quick. There it is in slow motion. Let's try that again in slow motion. And I do the same exact thing just to see if I can find anything in my movement. Now you see how I extend the hips and I pitch forward. I guess that's either my technique. I'm not sure if that's an error or that's just my technique, because my shins are vertical. You can see my shins are vertical. I pitch forward, but that extra knee bend allows me to incorporate more quadricep involvement. If I start a little bit higher, I'm not exactly sure if that's going to be the best thing for me. So I actually use a lot of lat and upper back to the deadlift versus my hamstrings and glutes. So anyways, this is just something I have to think about as I kind of move forward into my 600-pound goal. I do have my powerlifting meet 2 weeks from today. So, I mean, nothing much is going to change in my deadlift, but I do want to observe myself, kind of share my ideas, and give you an idea of what I'm thinking about, because I'm going to deadlift for the next 5 days.